Oh my God, there were so many thrift stores in Cedar City, Utah. Hi, this is Carrie with Sunshine Vintage Vibes, and I am a home decor reseller. I have a shop on Etsy, Sunshine Vintage Vibe, no S, and check it out. And I took a trip to Utah, and I went with my younger son to Caravan to then visit my older son, and my intention was just to spend time with them, but I had some free time and I thought maybe I'd go into a thrift store or two. Oh my God, there were so many thrift stores in Cedar City, Utah. If you are ever traveling on the 15, you have got to stop in Cedar City and thrift because it was crazy prices. So take a look at my footage and you can see all of my finds. I thrifted the whole 2 days I was there and thrifted my way home, and then we'll come back here and I'll give you a haul of everything I got. I am in Cedar City, Utah, visiting my son, and look what I found. This is a thrift store. It looks gigantic. Oh my God, I'm excited. Okay, I grabbed a cart. There's a lot of clothes, but I see housewares in the back. Okay, I saw these anchor hocking. They are $1.50. Definitely out of California. I'm just gonna put those in, and then I saw something down here. $2. Oh my God. I'm in hog heaven. Okay, gotta calm down. There's gonna be so much to see. This is cute creamer. $1. $1. 1998. That's newer. Okay, I'm gonna search through these and see what I can find. Except for I like that yellow glass. $1.50. It's insane. How much are they? Over here. $1 for the case, $1 for all three, $1 for one. So I looked this up. It's worth about $11, $12. It's a little bit scratched. So I like this bowl. $1. Oh. And I like this, I don't like this picture, but I like this frame and I like this oval matting. And then I picked up these. These are $1 each. Still deciding on some of these. This is a little drummer boy, 1982. Only one glass. Here's another little Christmas. And then this bell I liked. He's really rusted, but $1.50. I wonder if I can kind of clean that up. It would be cute for Christmas. Okay, gotta keep looking. Thinking about getting this for my booth, Sunshine Vintage Vibes, but it's a little beat up, even for $1.50. Here are all my finds from the DI. I think I did pretty good here. Some frames, a couple of Christmas items. All right, now I'm checking out. Now I'm at the KEWLZ Family Thrift. Got this section here I'm gonna look at. Oh my gosh, I just found a whole nother section with tons of home decor. This is a signed whole. I wonder if it's the whole pottery. I'm gonna get this, even though it needs a lot of work. And then look, I just sold these little guys, so I'm gonna grab those too. This is mid-century. It's only $2. $2. Yeah, I'm taking this.
Walking on sunshine. Okay.
Now I'm at the Habitat Restore. What's this? This is a Toyo
$2, I'm taking that. This is $2. Silk Kirk glass. I love this little decanter, $3. This is here. Oh, California. No price. Been trying not to get any clear glass. 3 things of clear glass and 2 white. $50 cash.
See what I mean? It was crazy. So I started, as you can see, I went to the Deseret Industries. They call it the DI. That was my first stop. I thought I'd just pop in, and it was a huge place, and they had a ton of clothes, which I don't usually really go for, but I thought I'd check out the home decor. Little did I know that almost everything was $1. It was crazy prices. So I'll just kind of go through. I know some of the stuff I might have went through in my footage, but I'm not sure if I got all the prices, but really almost everything was $1. I think a few things were 75 cents. I started with this, one of these monkey pod little trays, a wood tray. This was $1. And probably worth about $14. I actually had a lot of stuff in my cart, as you can see, but I was really good. I took my time and I put some stuff back, because when things are $1, it's hard not to just grab everything. But I was trying to be good. I probably got things I didn't need or don't have a lot of margin, but I picked them up anyway. I also grabbed this little easel. I always can use these. This was 75 cents. I mean, 75 cents? Then you can see I went into their silverware. A lot of my Goodwills here and my Savers, they don't have a lot of, that's the cat, sorry. A lot of they don't have a lot of silverware sections. So when I do see a good section, I kind of can't help but go in. So I did pick up this silver cake plate. I have a ladle and I have a mixer that, but I don't have a spatula. So I'm gonna put this all together and pair it together. This was $1. And then I also grabbed this really cool, this is the Ultra Temp spatula. And I picked up an amber cake plate. And so I just thought this would go perfect with it. This was $1, probably worth about $8 to $10, but I'm gonna pair it with the cake plate that's amber. It was just perfect. I picked up these Anchor Hawking Fire King soup bowls. I grabbed 2 of them. They were $1.50 each, $1.50. That was like the most expensive thing in the store. It was crazy. And there were quite a lot of people in there, but I was shopping and there was tons of inventory. So $1.50 each on these. These are worth about $20. Then I grabbed this mixing bowl with the spout by Hull. It has the markings on the back. I think this was $2. Okay, so this was the most expensive thing I got in Utah at the DI, was this mixing bowl. It's probably worth about $25. And then I picked up a couple of frames because I know I keep saying they were $1, but everything was. I grabbed this one. I didn't get it for the inside. I just got it for the frame. And I grabbed this one as well. I love the oval shape. And this one was $1.50. So I'm just using it for the frame. That was it for the DI. And since my son was not ready he was taking a nap, my older son wasn't ready to have dinner, I thought, well, I was on a roll. Let's go check out another thrift store. So I went to KEWLZ thrift store, KEWLZ family thrift store. And when I walked in, there was not that much stuff, so I wasn't feeling hopeful. But then I saw this little ramp that went down, and lo and behold, there was a whole section of home decor items. So I grabbed this tray. I think this is the first thing I got, was this tray, $1. It's signed on the back. Probably worth about $35. It's in really good shape. Hard to find pottery that's handmade pottery in a serving piece. Most of it's vases or containers. So whenever I see any sort of serveware, especially something divided, I pick it up. In the video, you saw that I was going to grab the 2 little Tupperwares, but I opened them up and they had a very strong odor that I was worried it wouldn't come out. So I did not pick those up, even though it does look like I did grab them. But I grabbed the little cinnamon because this does smell like cinnamon. I'm okay with it. There's a whole set. This was $1 that I guess, you know, as my mom always says, now I'm on the hunt to find the rest of the sets of the spices. I saw this Toastmaster tray and it was really in rough shape. I've already oiled it, so it's looking a little better. It was $1, as that's my theme for this show, is $1. But it does have the label in the back. You can see already how much better it looks. These Toastmasters, I haven't been able to find this actual pattern, if you can kind of see it. Oh yeah, there you go. You can kind of see. I haven't been able to actually find this exact pattern because these Toastmaster trays, I have seen them from $20 to $100. So I'm thinking somewhere around that like $35 range. And then the last item I picked up at the KEWLZ, I think that's how you pronounce it, family thrift store in Cedar City, was my favorite item, was this mid-century serving tray. It is so cute. Don't you just love it? I love the colors. Now, I've seen them online with green, blue, orange, or however you want to say it, not the two greens. So my thought is somebody must have had two of them and somehow the colors got mixed up, but I'm okay with them being different. You can switch them around. I love these two colors. It screams mid-century. Can you believe it? It's at least worth $35, maybe even $40. It's in perfect condition. I was so happy when I found this. So as I finished up there, I thought, well, I called my sons, nobody was ready for dinner, so guess what I did? I continued shopping. I went to the Habitat store in Cedar City. My Habitats here in Southern California, at least where I am, they haven't had the things that they used to have. They have a lot of like Lowe's and Home Depot and even sometimes some Target new stuff. I haven't really had a whole lot of vintage items, but I swung in there anyway, and I'm so glad I did because look what I found. I found a Toyo. Yes, I did, finally. It's this really sweet, pretty swan. And I was really happy when I found it. It was my first find there, and it was $2, and it's probably worth about $25. Then I grabbed this decanter. It's kind of one of those short ones, which I like because if you have those taller ones, usually you'll always find the taller ones. It's harder to find these shorter ones. So if you do have a bar area and you're setting it up, it's nice to have a short one, but it's that diamond point pattern. It's in excellent condition. It was $3, probably worth about $35. Then I grabbed this little tray that said California. I couldn't resist because I'm from California. So I grabbed this cute little tray. It was 50 cents. I mean, 50 cents, and it's worth about $10. You can hang it or you can have it sitting, but I like the little oranges on it. And then the last item I picked up, I couldn't believe I found it, was this art glass by Selkirk glass, which is from Scotland. There was a tag on it. This was $4. Was it $4? Oh, $2. I mean, $2? $2. And look at this color. It's so pretty. And this is probably worth about $75. I've seen them for $200. But some of those are a little bit larger, a little grander. I've seen them anywhere from $50 to $200. So that was my first day in Cedar City. And you would think like, I'm good. I have enough stuff. I don't need to thrift the next day. Well, my younger son left for Colorado and my older son wasn't going to be available till lunchtime. So what did I do? I continued thrifting.
So I am still in Cedar City. It's the next day. It's a beautiful day here in Cedar City. And I'm going to keep thrifting. And this place was closed yesterday, so we're going to try it out. Looks like it's pretty big. Has a good selection in here. Here. Might get those. So I'm taking these two. She got them out of the case. They are actually bells. Oh, it's a sweet sound. And this is a pair. I'm debating on this guy. He's a vintage Swedish and got signed. It says 15. I think it's worth quite a bit. I think I better take him. I don't know about this magazine rack. I know I'm driving, but I'm not sure about shipping that. I like this tea kettle. I'm not sure. This is interesting. I'm gonna pass. $5. I like it. Just not sure about sculptures. Same with this.
Look at this whole section. I haven't even looked through any of this yet. Okay, gotta get this out of here because what's down here? Ooh, I love this tray. $2. I'm taking that. I'm thinking maybe I could use this for a pop-up if I do it. So let me take a look. Yeah. $2. These are interesting. $1, corn on the cob. I'm gonna pass on these. What else do I need? I love those Starbursts. These are so cool. 50 cents. And look what I see. An Arizona flag. Bear down. Please don't be too expensive. Oh, I'm buying that. Okay, I saw this. It's a wall hanging, a quilt. It says $5. I had to take a picture to see. It's kind of cool. I like the sunrise. I think I gotta buy it, right? I already paid for everything, but then they have this outdoor area, and there's stuff out here too. Goodness gracious. 18. I like this teak one. They have another teak. I found these bookends. I only seen one and then I just found the other. Yay! And then look at these over here. Over here, cats. I gotta buy those. Okay, I like this set. $19.91, $8 for this. I picked up this mug. $1.25 half off. It's heavy. What's this? Ooh, Hager, $2.50. Look at that. I think I'm gonna take this guy. $2. I'm still looking for tongs. Tongs. What's over here? Lots of yellow depression glass. And then this says it's a Murano. I don't know. I did a Google Lens. I didn't see anything. So I collect yellow depression glass, but I have a lot of it. I just don't need anything, so I think I'm gonna pass. This one's cool. And I found probably my favorite thrift store in Cedar City was Treasure's Thrift Store. And it was my favorite only because I found so many great things there. They had quite a selection, but I mean, they were all great. There's no doubt. But I found this really cool Indian glass green platter. This was $4, probably worth about $50. Then I grabbed these sweet little pink glasses. They are a little bit rubbed off. You can see where there's the green down here, but the pink is all in really perfect condition. I picked up 4 of them. They were $2 for the 4 of them. They're probably worth about $15 to $20, so kind of hard to not grab those. Then if you saw in the video, you saw that these were behind a glass, so I had to have them open it up for me. And they were $6 each, and I just wanted to see what they were gonna be like, but they're bells. I mean, a pear and an apple bells. So I grabbed both of these. They're so sweet. These are probably worth about $22 to $25 each. Then I picked up this really sweet acrylic platter, and it's got these daisies on it. Anything yellow I tend to gravitate towards. And I looked it up and it was probably gonna be worth about $15. And then when I got home and I researched, it's actually by a designer called H.J. Stoddard, and he made acrylic dishware and serveware, and this is one of the pieces, and it's probably worth about $25. So that was a little surprise. And at Treasure's Thrift Stop, I also picked up this little spinner. I think it was $2, and I thought it's great to display if I end up doing a pop-up, which I may be doing at the end of the month. So I grabbed it, $2, I couldn't resist. I grabbed this like little butter knife. I'm in search of I just love the Starburst, and it's 50 cents, and I'm in search of a really cool butter dish. So I know I'll find one and this will be perfect for it. Same with these corn on the cobs. These were $1. As you can see, they're quite different than just, I don't know if you can see that in the bag. But if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this find. This was an University of Arizona flag that I grabbed. I am an alumni from the University of Arizona, bear down. So I had to grab it, $2. It's quite huge. It's too big. So I'm gonna have to like fold it over to actually hang it up because it's so big. But $2, I had to grab that. And it's a quilt. It was $5, but look, I have to stand up so you can see, look how cute it is. The little sunrise, but my favorite part is, look at this little clothesline. It is so cute. $5 for this piece with the hanging rod. So probably worth about $35, $45. Honestly, I haven't even looked it up. I think I looked it up when I was in the store, but I really didn't need to because it was $5 and I knew that was a great price. So I was packed up, ready to leave the Treasure's Thrift Store, and I saw, as I was walking out, I put my stuff in the car and I saw that they had an outdoor area, and I thought, okay, my son wasn't ready for lunch, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna go check it out. I grabbed this teak frame, $1, but I was using a credit card, so they needed $5, and I thought, I had already spent like an hour in the store, so I wasn't sure there was much more I could buy. And the lady, she's like, did you check out the books? And I hadn't checked out the books. I was like, okay, I'll go check out the books. And I'm so glad I did, because look at what I found in the book section. I found these two bookends. Look how great they are. They were so cool. I think these were $10 for the pair, which I think is a great deal. I just sold some wood bookends for about $35. So, and they were just the plain one side. So these are really nice. And then I also found this little guy. He is an adjustable cat bookends. So cute. It's like a little mini one. I have a big one up on my Etsy shop right now. I think he's listed at $55. So this one is so sweet with the cats. I only saw one online that was bears. I think it was bears. And that one was listed for, I think, $65. So it'll be somewhere in that $50 to $55 range on these little guys. So thank goodness I went back and checked that out. So, okay, I'm done, right? Ready to go to lunch, but my son wasn't ready. He said he'd be ready in 20 minutes. So I headed towards him and I saw a sign for Ye Olde Catholic Thrift Store. So of course I had to go in, and I picked up a couple of things there too. I grabbed this mug. I started getting a little, as they call, junk drunk, because I think I was a little drunk from the night before of all that thrifting. And then I went into the store and it was just good stuff everywhere. I had to kind of contain myself, but I drove out to Utah, so I could pack my whole car. So I picked up this, again, yellow. I thought it was really sweet for fall. I think it was $1. I don't even know if it was $1. It might have been 50 cents. I think it was $1. Then they had this little mini Hager bowl. It was $5 half off. I couldn't resist. It's so sweet. So $2.50, probably worth $18 to $20. And then, yes, I was a little junk drunk because I picked up this napkin holder. It was, I think, $1 or $1.50. It's probably worth about $12. But I was about to leave, but decided to check out the art, and I found something that sort of spoke to me. It is this watercolor that the glass had broken, so you can kind of see where the glass had broke. But I was okay with that because I'm going to take it out of the frame. I just love the watercolor, and it is signed and dated. I believe it says Donna. I'm not sure. Harry, but there's a dot for an I. So I've tried Huriy. I've tried all different spellings because there's definitely a dot. So there is an I or J in there somewhere. I didn't find anything, so probably a local artist, but it is dated 1979, but it's so sweet. I love the colors. Feels very coastal. And it feels very serene. She just seems very like peaceful. So I will be taking it out of the frame. If I find another frame, I will reframe it and put it up on my Etsy shop. Otherwise, I will just sell the watercolor itself. But it does have a little mark here where the glass broke, but I'm okay with that. So hopefully I can frame it where you don't see most of that. And it was $5. $5 for this watercolor signed. It's fabulous. That was my thrifting in Cedar City. As I said, if you are ever on the 15, you have got to stop in Cedar City, Utah. It's a crazy place to thrift, but be careful because there are some closures. So the DIs are closed on Thursday, and a lot of them closed early, like 4 o'clock. And I think one of them wasn't open on the weekends. So just check your times if that's something that you do end up going out there. And then I had lunch with my son and no more thrifting for the day. But I then ended up the next day, I had breakfast with my son and then drove home and I thrifted my way home. I stopped in St. George, Utah, heading back to Southern California. It was going to take me about 6 hours. So I left around noon and I stopped at the DI in St. George. So they closed on Thursday. It was a Friday and it was crazy. They must restock on Thursday. So I think everybody was at the DI in St. George. It was so insane how many people were there.
This is, I think, Hummel, $2. I'm gonna pass. These might be vintage stirs, but I don't know, the packaging looks too new. Okay, what's this? Please don't play with the cook's buns. $2. I like it, hand painted, it's cute, but I just don't know who would buy it. I love this bowl. Gosh, I love these colors so much. So pretty, $1.50. Yeah, I'm taking that. What's this here? $2. I love this planter. The colors again. I think I got a theme going on. I'm gonna grab this one too. I love this. Look how cute it is. It has nothing. Oh, it's jet. This might be new, but I really like it for $1.50 and the color, and it's made really well. I'm taking it. How cute is this? This tiny little piece of art, $1.50, ladybug. It's so cute. Got some color.
I got it already.
Yeah. Now I'm at the DI in North Las Vegas.
This is a lot. What's this sweet basket? Wall hanging, $2. Signed? It's signed. Yeah, I'm grabbing this one. $2. I like this picture, but I have a couple pictures in my shop that haven't sold yet, so I'm gonna pass. Okay. I don't see much of this. Oh, you're fine, sorry. So my daughter called while I was thrifting, and she's in Australia, so I took it. So I just put a ton of stuff in my cart. I'm gonna keep thrifting, and then we'll go through it. I love this little ashtray from Hawaii, but souvenir, $1.50. I don't know if anybody would pick it up. I love this mug, $2. Handmade. Let's see if I can find another one. This glass is cute too, $1, but there's only one, so I'm gonna leave it. Nope, new. Here's my haul. I'm at the Goodwill in North Las Vegas. No room on my phone to film, so here's my haul.
What I noticed at the DI in St. George was that everything for the most part was $1.50, whereas in Cedar City, everything for the most part was $1. So it's still good at $1.50. I picked up this piece of embroidery. It's so sweet. The colors, you got the little ladybug and the flowers and the colors, at $1.50, probably worth about $25 to $35. And it does have a frame, and it's so sweet. I grabbed this piece of art glass, and it's a bowl. It's got the gold leaf. It's in really good condition. These gold leaves tend to, if you see them, they're really worn. You can see them, you can see through it. Like if I were to put this up, you could see through the light through it, but this is in excellent condition. I love the colors. As you know, anything yellow I'm just drawn to. This was $1.50. $1.50 for this bowl. It's crazy. And there is one listed right now for $50. So somewhere in that range, $40 to $50. I grabbed this really sweet basket. And I love the colors. I had a very colorful haul. If you follow me on Instagram, I did post my hauls from each of the 3 stops, and this one was certainly my most colorful one, and you can see why. This basket was $1.50, and I believe I did a little preliminary research, and it is made in Rwanda, and these are all dyed sisal and seagrass. So it was $1.50, probably worth somewhere in that $40, $45 range. The last item I picked up from St. George DI was this vase. It is handmade. You can see the Pontel mark on the bottom. Again, I told you it was my colorful stop. And this was $2. My big purchase was $2. There is a little bit, if you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. See, there's a little kind of, it's not perfectly round, but it's handmade, hand painted. So you can't expect it to be perfect, but that's what makes it perfect. And this is probably somewhere in that $40 range. So that was really good. I put some things back. As I said, there was a ton of people in there, and I needed to hit the road. I still had a huge, so Cedar City, St. George is about 45 minutes from Cedar City towards the west, towards Southern California, which was where I was headed. So I kept going. I did stop in Mesquite, Arizona. I don't have any footage of that because there was supposed to be a Salvation Army. So I stopped, I got up the freeway. It was really hot. There was no Salvation Army. It had been closed. So I got back on the freeway, and my next stop was going to be the DI in North Las Vegas, because so far the DI really delivered for me. The DI, the Deseret Industries, is part of the Mormon church, so there is one in northern Las Vegas. That was my next stop. My first item was this black vase. I picked it up. It is signed. You can see the initials on the bottom. I think that's an SM. It's just handmade. There's a little bit of wear on the base, but all of this great condition. It was $1, so probably maybe about $30 it's worth. I grabbed this shaker. It's either for like Parmesan cheese, or you can use it for sugar. It's by Bee House, made in Japan. This was also stamped on the bottom. This was $1 as well, and it's worth about $20. And then I grabbed this glass. This is for my older son, who is a Broncos fan, as am I. And this was $1, and I'm gonna give it to him. It's probably worth about, I don't know, 20, but this is gonna be a gift for him. Then they had this amber plate. As I mentioned, yellow is my favorite color. So anytime there's anything amber or yellow, I just put it in my cart. I don't even think about it. But I did look it up, and it did say it was old. There was also if you see the footage of my thrifting, you'll see there was also a turquoise bowl that I had, but I just wasn't sure if they were old or not. They seem old, they feel old, the glass is thick. You know, some of the older pieces have that real thick glass. So I believe this is vintage, but I'm not 100%, but I do believe it is. I've seen other online with this pattern, this shape. This was $1 as well. So prices were incredible. Probably worth about $25. So my favorite find at the DI in North Las Vegas was this basket. It is a wall hanging basket where you can hang your keys. And why is this my favorite? Is because first of all, it was only $2. Second, it is by the Cane Patch by a name John Goki or Goke. I'm not sure how you pronounce the last name, but he actually signed this basket. I don't know. I looked it up and this company did exist and they did make a basket. So it wasn't just some one-off. Somebody had a stamp and stamped the back of it. This was, the Cane Patch was a company that made baskets, and it is hand signed here, and he wrote home for those keys, and then he signed his name. So it's like a hand signed basket. It's just so sweet. $2. My last stop was the Goodwill in North Las Vegas, which was right down the street from the DI, and they didn't have a whole lot of stuff, but I did pick up a couple of things. I grabbed this lime green vase. It's glass and it's like a Murano style. It's not stamped or there's no label or anything on the bottom. This was 99 cents. Can you believe 99 cents? So it's such a beautiful piece. The color is great. You can even see, if you can kind of see the way it blends down here. You can see the way it was made. I've seen one listed for $40. I grabbed this tray at the Goodwill in North Las Vegas. This is from Denmark. It is a teak tray and it was $3.99. There's one listed right now for $60. So I've already oiled it once. Might need one more oil, but you can see it's really cleaned up nicely. It's a little bit bad shape, but it's such a great piece. Very minimalistic. Then the last two items I grabbed were pieces of art glass. So I'm from Southern California, born and raised, so I couldn't resist these two pieces. And this is the first one. You can see the little birds up here. I don't know if you can see the little birds. This was, I haven't taken that, $2.99. And then this one was the second one. And this one is actually stamped, $2.99. You can see it's by Shakoof Design. Very sweet, both of these, and they're probably worth about $50. Those were all my finds. My car was packed. And when I was in Cedar City, I went into one thrift store and they were giving away some boxes. So I grabbed a couple of boxes. I did have a little bit of bubble wrap in my car, thank goodness. But I just grabbed bags and I had my clothes, I had a blanket, and I just wrapped up everything. I was driving right home, so it was gonna be fine, but I couldn't believe how insane that haul was in Utah. I got so much stuff that I banned myself from thrifting, which I have thrifted since, but I felt like I couldn't thrift for at least a week. I said a month, but it was like a week I did not go out because I got so much stuff. So all of these items will be up on my Etsy shop. I think some of them already are, but everything will be up on my Etsy shop, so take a look. And don't forget to subscribe. It really helps my channel. And check me out on Instagram, Sunshine Vintage Vibes. I always post fun stuff when I'm out thrifting. And some of these things you probably have already seen on Instagram. And I will be back next time with a new thrifting video. Thanks.